Hello, and welcome to another playthrough of Dark Souls. Not another playthrough of mine, just another playthrough, because you've probably seen one already. This isn't the first time I've played, but it is the first time I've played on PC, so hopefully it's a better and nicer experience. I've got the DS Fix stuff plugged in, so we should be ready to go there. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. I've already finished character creation here, so we're going to accept that. And it's actually been a long time since I've seen the intro here, so I'm just going to step out of the picture.
Age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the Scales, betrayed his aim, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
And we're back. Finally, we have control. It's been a while since I've watched all the opening sequence there. I remember it went through the Great Lords, or Nito, and all of those guys, but I forgot it was quite so long. And then doubled with the kind of Asylum intro scene as well. I guess it's not even really worth killing these guys, so let's just run right on by. This is going to be a pretty casual playthrough, I'd say. Not going to try to go too fast or do anything too fancy, or really delve into the lore in any particularly meaningful way. This is just kind of to cut my chops, get used to recording, have some fun, make some content, and get brutally slaughtered by all the bosses in the process. So that's the plan. If you're on board with that, you came to the right place. Also, I'm going to find out what fun stuff I can do with OBS Studio, because I used OBS a little bit in the past, and I just switched over to Studio, which already I kind of like it because it's remembering more of my settings. I had some kind of issue before where whatever I tried to do, when I turned OBS back on, it wouldn't remember everything that I had set up with the camera and all that good stuff. So far, this one seems to be doing a little bit better on that aspect. Actually, does the game sound a little bit quiet? Let's see. I need options, sound. Let's try that. Of course, it has been a long time since I played, but I do remember playing the beginning when the game first came out several times, trying out the different classes you can choose from, all those good things.
I have failed it, but perhaps you can keep the tool. There's an old thou who up in thine X when thou now I must be I would hate and
Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna try not to skip dialogue from now on. Gotta remind myself what I just said. Not in a rush. Not in a rush. I went with the thief here so we could get this target shield with the extra parry animation, just to make things a little bit easier as we get adjusted back to Dark Souls mechanics. But we will probably ditch the dagger as soon as we have a viable replacement. Not that it's not good, especially with the bleed damage and all that, but I'd rather have something with just a little bit more range and a little bit more crowd control opportunity. Oh man. Well, starting things off great with a big whiff. Alright, let's do without locking on, I think might be better. Just want to get our 3 hits in for the bleed. Dodge through his attacks. And that's it for the Asylum dealing. Victory! Alright, got some humanity. Can still hear the big guy underneath running around. Should have looked out the door and checked him out while we were down there, but we'll be back for him soon enough. Nice. If I remember, something over here. There's the soul. There might be a couple other things, but
Only
well, let's see.
ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Forgot there was dialogue in that one. I was gonna cheers for getting out of the undead asylum there. I don't think I want to level up just yet. Not quite sure how we're gonna take this character.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Alright, with a little bit of direction, we know we should be ringing 2 bells. Let's just run around and pick up a few items that are laying around in home base here. Really, maybe just these fire bombs. And I did take the master key, but we're not going to be taking complete advantage of being able to go in different areas. We're just going to kind of play through here. Oh, too early. Oh, I thought I had that one. I was gonna go for the parry, and then I was like, well, it's probably not gonna work on the stairs. And my indecision got the better of me. I have to say, right away, the game looks so much better with some of the tweaks from DS Fix. Having the resolution higher, the anti-aliasing and all of those things. It's like, man, I can actually see some of this stuff that in detail that I never could before on console. My plan is, if possible, and if we can do it without dying, to kind of clear out the undead burg here up to the first bonfire, and then call it for the first video. I'd like to check out and make sure all that my recording settings are good. I'm not going to have any audio issues or anything weird. Or video for that matter. Like I said, I just got OBS Studio, so I think I have everything configured correctly, but you know how that stuff goes. Dragon looks pretty nice too. Just taking it carefully here. Okay, don't think we're actually going to use that wooden shield, but we have it. And I forgot to, I want to go... Before we clear through there... Pretty sure I just headbutted a box up there. Let's go down here and get this stuff. I don't know if there's anything good, but maybe just a couple souls. Turns out that's not just a tradition from Dark Souls 3. I know you guys have seen all the comments, all the messages in Dark Souls 3. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll take the rubbish. Okay, good. Now we'll just clear this way. Actually, let's take out this crossbow guy here first. Okay. So if I had two-hand, looks like 3 hits is pretty good for those guys. I know it looks like I remember where everything is, but really it is just from playing through the beginning so many times. I think we'll quickly get into territory where...
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Yeah, we'll quickly get into territory where I don't remember what's up. I think we're gonna need the residence key. Might as well get a bottomless box while we're here. I don't necessarily want to buy a replacement for the dagger since it's doing all right. I think that's probably all that we need.
Thank you kindly.
We might do just a little bit of farming for the Balder sword later on. And if we happen to get a short sword or a long sword drop before then, that would be great. Oh, didn't think I was gonna get a backstab there. Some throwing knives. Let's see what's actually. Let's clean that stuff out. And we'll put the throwing knives on, and we'll put the fire bombs on. Looks good. Oh, I missed. Well, that's alright. I really wasn't planning on using. I think there's a crossbow over there, if I remember correctly. But it is not really of interest. Now, I don't remember getting that glitch before, but that's interesting. Let's see if it's still there after a bonfire reset. This is probably a pretty good stopping point anyways, yeah. I can't remember, is that a visual glitch or does that mean... Surprised we couldn't break his guard after that many hits, but I guess it's just a dagger. Alright, with that said, I think it is time. Thanks for coming along on another Dark Souls journey if you're joining me, and I think I will see you next time. Have a nice one.